Hey there, how you doing? Charlie Winters here with a pretty sore throat, but with selections for the 26th of December, Boxing Day. So what a fantastic day's racing it is. It's great to see. I'm pretty sure it's all on. I haven't double checked, but there's been no suspender betting. So yeah, so a lot of these selections I chose actually Christmas Eve, and I had a quick look Christmas Day as well. But I really like the look of these. There are some larger prize horses, and I've had a number of horse racing bets, but also a football bet as well. I've had a £5 treble win, which I haven't actually used my own money. I've used a £5 free bet, but even if I hadn't have had the free bet, I would have still put the £5 bet on. So let's get into it. So I'm gonna scroll it down. I'm gonna scroll down the selections. I'm not gonna show you the football bet. It's on my Paddy Power account, but I'm just gonna leave it in the comments. Sorry, not the comments, the description. I always say comments. I don't know why. So let's get into it. So the first bet is a 10 pence each way. Hines. The first selection is Top Cloud at 11. Sorry, the throat is killing. The first selection is Top Cloud. I've left the price in the 11.45 at Newcastle. The second selection is Bushmill Boy. I've left the price again in the 12.15 at Newcastle, paying 6 places instead of 4. All these bets are with Skybet, apart from the over 2.5 goals, etc. football bet. But it doesn't really matter where you put that bet on. I haven't shopped around for the prices for the football bet. The third selection is Kenna Hope at 100 to 1 in the 12.30 at Market Reason. I now believe it's around about 80 to 1, but it did touch 125s over Christmas. The fourth selection is Sheriff Garrett. I've left the price at the 2 o'clock at Newcastle, paying 4 places instead of 3. The fifth selection is Eldorado Allen at SP in the 2.30 at Kempton, paying 4 places instead of 3. I do think he could sneak a place because I do think, well, a lot of the horses are very, very closely matched. Not really on form, but on ratings. There's a lot of horses that seem in better form, but overall on ratings, there isn't a great deal between the favourite and the outside of a lot. But I do fancy Eldorado Allen to run a good race. There is the chance that they could go off too quick and be softened up. I'm expecting Eldorado Allen to be in the last 3 or 4, I would have thought. In running, sorry, not as a final result. And the final selection is Born to Sparkle at 28 to 1 in the 10 past 3 at Newcastle. I've also added the same selections in 15 pence each way doubles. Just skip by that because the main bet is here. So it's a 50 pence each way Trixie and a 50 pence each way treble. The first selection is Long Call. I've left the price once again in the 11.55 at Market Reason. The second selection is Kiss My Face. I've left the price once again in the 5 past 1 at Market Reason, paying 4 places instead of 3. The final selection in this bet is East Street. Once again, I've left the price in the 140 at Market Reason, paying 4 places instead of 3. The next bet is once again a 50 pence each way Trixie. I've also had a 50 pence each way treble. The first selection is Off to a Flyer. I've left the price in the 10 past 12 at Kempton. The second selection is Eldorado Allen. I've left the price in the 2.30 at Kempton, paying 4 places instead of 3. And the final selection is Bob Barley in the 3.40 at Kempton, paying 5 places instead of 3. They are a Joe Tizard treble. Sorry, Trixie, and they can see the treble as well, the same horses. The reason why I took the prices is mainly because I forgot not to, and I've only just put the bet on. I didn't put a 50 pence each way treble on. I'd only put the Trixie on. So another 50 pence each way Trixie. The first selection is Tinker Toy at 9 to 4 in the 3 o'clock at Wolverhampton, paying 3 places instead of 2. I fancy this chance. I fancy this horse. I think it's got a very good chance of winning. It'll soon turn the bet into like a £1.50 each way Trixie. And then it goes on to, sorry, that's if it wins. And it goes on to Amber Island at 40 to 1 in the 335 at Wolverhampton, paying 4 places instead of 3. It's one of the lock name train horses. The third selection is also a lock name train horse, but by the other brother. Arcadian Heights at 17 to 2 in the 445 at Wolverhampton, paying 4 places instead of 3. Right, and actually, I'll get into it on this bit. So this is a £5 treble on football teams to win. I've had Wolves to win, I've had Middlesbrough to win, and I've had Ipswich to win. And just as a matter of coincidence, I have had the same teams and same matches in the over 2.5, over 3.5, and over 4.5 goals. So basically, all you're doing is go to the Wolves match, the Middlesbrough match, and Ipswich match, and include those matches in over 2.5 goals. I have had a £6 over 2.5 goals treble. I believe it makes £45. If that comes up, I believe it pays for the entire day, and I think we are bang level. So so if we don't get a single horse placed, and which we want all of the. God, we don't want that to happen. We want all of the horses ideally to win, but it's probably not going to happen. Don't get me wrong. So yeah, this £6 treble returns actually £37.20. But as you can see, right, sorry, I'm getting confused now. Right, this is a £5 treble, returns £32.20. Right, the over 2.5 goals, £6 treble returns, I believe, £45. £45 pays for the day. Yeah, so Wolves match, Middlesbrough match, and Ipswich match, over 2.5 goals treble, £6 stake returns around £45. It may have changed since then. Also, I've then had a £2.75 over 3.5 goals bet in the Wolves match, the Middlesbrough match, and the Ipswich match. I think it makes £118 for £2.75. And finally, that bet comes to a tenner. So the leftover £1.25 goes on over 4.5 goals bet, the Wolves match, the Middlesbrough match, and the Ipswich match again. So I hope I haven't bored you to death. I hope I haven't lost you partway through the video. That is, I'll just double check this. Yeah, that's just the 50 pence each way treble, as you can see. Yep, that's all the bets, because that's just the anti-post bet. So all the bets are now on. I'm going to sit back and watch and hope in just over 3 hours that we have some nice returns. Have a cracking day. Hopefully my throat's cleared up by then. Obviously there's a little bit of a hangover knocking around, but that should soon go. Anyway, the very best of luck. Charlie Winters, over and out. Cheers, mate.